I'm Sabina Haque, and I am working with Madison High School through the Pano Placekeeping Grant. And this year we wanted to do excavating the history of East Portland through art and through specifically zine making and silk screening. And we worked collaboratively with Jason Miller's class. And he has been teaching the history of Portland, but he's never actually taught about East Portland. And so this was a great project to begin with. The first thing we did was we talked to the students about what they wanted to put into their zine. That if they talked to a city councilor at City Hall, what would they bring up to them as their 6 top issues, and that these zines would reach City Hall next year and we would give it to them. And we would give it to different people in the community. And the top 6 were: we need representation, we need paved roads, we need housing, we need jobs in our neighborhood, we need our justice, and we need our voices heard. That was key to every single one of them. And so we designed 6 posters on the inside and a back cover that represents the geographical center of Portland. It kind of flips from our city, our voice to an image of this young man which says silence. His mouth is covered. I think it's a statement of what we want. And it's also, when I asked him specifically, why did you cross them out? He said, because they've been denied to us and we need to figure out how to get our voices heard and how to get these things done.
I've learned how people, like minority groups especially, did not get like a voice in like what happened like throughout history. So during when they annexed, East Portland, people that lived in East Portland didn't get to say anything. They couldn't disagree with like the annexation. So it just happened like so rapidly. And even when they annexed East Portland, they had to hook up to like the sewer systems. But most of them couldn't like afford it. So they were displaced because of that. Yeah.
I have always lived on the east side of Portland, always on the east side of 82nd. So I think it really connects with me since 40% of kids in Portland do live on the east side of 82nd, that I'm a representation of that, especially that I go to Madison, a very diverse school.
I learned a lot. I learned about the annexation of East Portland. I learned about all the potholes and all the lack of parks in East Portland. I learned that 40% of youth actually live in East Portland, but there's not really that recognition, and there's sort of like a lack of appreciation and care for them. And I just learned that there really is a division that we need to focus on and we need to work to improve. And I also learned how to make these great posters, and I think it's really been a great learning experience for both me and I hope for my classmates as well.
To me personally, I think that working with youth and working with art and working with history of community and making it relevant to today's issues is important, because if you don't know where you've been, you'll never know how to move forward and take a leadership role in the issues of the future.
Raising people.
You have to grab it.